against Ravanelli. This is Murray. Taken by Borini. Deschamps. Souza. Conte. Souza again. Just stringing the passes together. Ferrara breaks out of defence. Now it's Brown for Rangers. That's getting an awful lot of David Robertson, Torricelli, and the pace and confidence to deal with that situation. That's Biakavod. Borini. Torricelli all the way back across to Sergio Borini. This is Deschamps, who's covered a lot of ground tonight. Piero, Borini, Biakavod. Del Piero trying the switch of play. It's headed down by Robertson. This is Brown. Petric, led up by Murray. Brown again. Picked up by Ravanelli. And, fortunately for Rangers, Gordon Petric was there.
At the moment, Jerry, Juventus obviously with 3-0 up. They can play the game any way they want.
Oh, and here's another chance on. There's no flag against Ravanelli. And it's number 4 for Juventus. It's a second for Ravanelli. And again, a self-inflicted wound. 75 minutes gone. And Ravanelli punishes a Rangers defence, which has been giving the ball away. Just 2 up. Claims for offside, but the flag stayed down.
Well, we've spoken about Ravanelli and Del Piero all evening, and the work that they have done, and the way that they've manoeuvred together and with their teammates. But that particular goal coming here, it's been no great play by Ravanelli. He's executed it well, but there's been no real build-up. There's just been a lack of concentration in the Rangers' defence, and it's resulted in Ravanelli having maybe the easiest chance he's going to get for a long time.
So this shaping as Rangers' heaviest defeat in many years. I mentioned earlier that they had gone down 5-0 to Cologne. They'd been down 4-0 after 20 minutes in that particular match. Here come Juventus again. Ravanelli will fancy his hat-trick, but that's Goff making a decent challenge. Played off by Murray to Moore. But what we're witnessing tonight is the great gulf between the champions of Serie A and the champions of the Scottish Premier Division. Of that, there is no doubt. This is Salenko looking for Jury, but the offside flag has gone up.
I think you've got to expand on that as well. When we're talking about the Glasgow Rangers Football Club here, I think you've got to incorporate the teams in England as well. At this moment in time, over recent years, what we have is a goal, and I don't think it can be ignored. You have teams, as we've explained, at Blackburn and also Manchester United. They really lack the experience until they can get a good run in Europe, and the young boys that are involved in those games can learn from that. Then that goal is going to be continued. We're seeing a Juventus team tonight who have really controlled the game at their leisure, and that came about by putting early pressure on the first 20 minutes, getting a couple of goals, and Rangers have conceded those goals. But over the last number of years, I think you've got to look at a lot deeper, and not only in our game, but the British game as a whole.
So while Joe was speaking, Massimo Carrera came onto the field in place of Sergio Borini. Carrera, defender, cost a mere £2.5 million from Barry 2 years back. This is Deschamps. Vanelli, Marocchi, goes astray. It's Moore for Rangers. Coyce forces the ball through, and that was Murray sending it to Salenko. Jury's in the middle. Coyce is arriving. Still it's Salenko. Richard Gough calls for it. That's deflected, and Rangers get one back. Well, Richard Gough coming through to support the strikers. Shouted to Salenko to leave it to him. And with 7 to 8 minutes gone, Juventus 4, Rangers 1. So some consolation for Rangers. That ball deflecting past Peruzzi. Gough racing through to support the strike force. Salenko was being forced across the penalty area by weight of numbers. You can see Gough there calling for it. And it come off Ciro Ferrara past the goalkeeper. Gough striking it well enough, but the deflection was that beat the goalkeeper. So Ferrara won't be too happy about that. I mentioned earlier, there's a very complicated procedure at the end of all of this for goals against the score between the top sides, all taken into account. But the last news we had was that Dortmund were leading Steyr by a goal to nil. And of course, that starts to put them into a good position, having managed the draw at Ibrox, and Rangers still to go to Germany. Torricelli. Del Piero, who held possession so well just a moment ago, tries to get back in the end of that one. This is Brown. Moore looking for McCoist. Juventus again. Sousa plays it through, another chance on here, and Richard Gough, who scored for Rangers just a moment ago, did enough to block Del Piero. There are 10 minutes left. Juventus are leading Rangers by 4 goals to 1. This is Deschamps. Conte. Put it now through to Torricelli. Juventus happy just to knock it about. Ravanelli's complaining that Petric impeded him there, and simply John Brown was taken out of the play. Just a little bit of jostling going on between the two players, and Ravanelli was not a happy man. Here come Rangers now. It's Salenko. Gough is pushed well forward again. Salenko topples, and Rangers get the free kick right outside the area. Well, maybe a chance for another one here. So Petric starts to move forward. Gough is up there as well. It's Salenko who's over the ball. Well, could he show the skill of Del Piero? He just clips it forward. It's Gordon Jury, high one forward, but John Brown was cut offside. Brown goes in quite heavily on Peruzzi, and the Juventus defenders are not amused. So it was Gordon Jury who hit the high one, and Brown came thundering in.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the challenge. As we've seen in recent years, the game has altered a little bit, and referees and officials have really swayed towards the protection of goalkeepers and whatnot, but the ball was there to be on, and John Brown's gone.
So on comes Alessio Taginardi. And it's Conte who's left the field. Just 20 years of age. As I said earlier, he's now in the international team and one of the outstanding young defenders in Serie A. Ravanelli. It's chested down by Jure. So Marocchi lofting that one through. And Craig Moore made the challenge on Deschamps. He knocked to the face. Just lofted through in his direction. I think he was caught by Moore's elbow. So it's Goff now who launches a high one forward. It's chested down by Salenko. This is Murray. Cross to Jure. Goff. Back it goes to Moore. It's Goff again. Now McCoy gives chase, but Barutzi has the situation controlled. This is Sousa. Deschamps plays it through. It's cut out by Petric as Takinardi trying to get forward. That's Neil Murray. Out towards Brown. And Brown tries to drive away through, showing tremendous spirit and commitment, and the chance was almost on for Salenko. Well, just under 6 minutes left. It's Gordon Jury for Rangers. This is Murray. Salenko. Salenko challenged all the way by Sousa. And he has to settle for the throw-in, just in line with the penalty area. Well, he's worked hard, like Salenko, without much reward tonight. It's been a difficult night for him and for Ali McCoist. Goff is pushed forward again, gets a little touch at Salenko. Straight into the arms of Barutzi, who wastes no time. And it goes to Marocchi. This is Ravanelli. Marocchi again. Switch of play by him. It's picked up by Carrera. So as you can see, just under 5 minutes left. And Richard Goff made a challenge there, and the referee waves play on. It was Takinardi who was on the end of that one, not looking too pleased. Marocchi bring it through to Deschamps. Ravanelli. He'll fancy his hat-trick, and he has a crack there, but Gorham was ready. So Ravanelli trying the effort. Well, 4 minutes left now, and Juventus have the throw. Won by Deschamps. This is Del Piero. Through looking for Deschamps, but Neil Murray provides the cover. It promptly gives it away. It's cut out by Richard Goff. It's the afterward, pulling it through. So Juventus just strolling to victory through these last few minutes of the match. It's Salenko for Rangers. There's no one out in that area. Well, Joe, when you played against this side in your days with Milan, they had the likes of Cabrini and Tardelli, Scirea, Gentili, all great names, and they've built another formidable squad.
Yes, they have. The names you have mentioned, they were an incredible team at club level, and as you say, most of them went on and won the World Cup in '82. And there were also players like Latini and Bonyak who played as their foreign players. But this team is a little bit early to say whether they can be made a comparison. But they've already won a championship, and now obviously the next honour in store for them is to try and win the European Cup, or let's call it the Champions League. And I think until they do that, really to be made equal to them is a little bit premature. But certainly tonight we have seen certain individuals in the team that could have got a game in that team, and certainly within the squad we have maybe seen tonight that the squad that Juventus is stronger and has been more equipped with the injuries that has been received.
So it was Del Piero floating in another one there, but it is a club with tremendous history. 23 championships, as I mentioned earlier. They won the Champions Cup in '85, although that was in the tragedy of the Heysel Stadium. They dearly love to win it again in different circumstances. A cup of joy is how their trainer describes it. That's what he wants at the end of this season. They also won the European Cup Winners' Cup in '84, the Super Cup that year as well. They're 3 times winners of the UEFA Cup, and once World Club Championship winners. That was in '85. So it really is a remarkable history, and again they're capable of mounting a major challenge, and when it gets to the later stages against the likes of Ajax, it will become very interesting indeed. But here they come again now, and it's Marocchi. That's a good effort by him as we enter the final minute of the match. So Giancarlo Marocchi, player that was signed for £2 million, and trying the left foot shot.
This victory tonight certainly puts Juventus in the driving seat. Really, they can decide themselves where they want to go and what they want to do. So the next game coming up with Juventus and Rangers at Ibrox is maybe the most important game there is going to be for Rangers in this European League. And I honestly think it'll be a different game there. I think Rangers can impose their game on them a lot more.
And here's Ravanelli trying to get that hat-trick as we move into injury time, but Gorham reacting.
I think they can impose their game a lot more than they had the opportunity tonight, and hopefully that they have the players who have been injured and unavailable for them will be ready for them, because it is going to be a big game. But as we've seen in the past, in recent past, with games like against Marseille and whatnot, the Rangers in their home ground with the crowd behind them.
Well, Rangers having to defend desperately, Joe.
Yes, they have, and let's hope it finishes as it is, and we don't concede any more goals, because as you say, we don't know what's going to happen at the end up with the goal difference.
So it's Juventus, it's Del Piero again, another tempting ball into the middle, and held by Andy Gorham. So the celebrations begun all around us, the huge banners, the flares, and the chants from the Rangers fans. They're getting behind the team in these closing seconds. But they know they've been up against something a bit special tonight. So it'll be a long journey home for a lot of them later on tonight. Souza. Torricelli, who's in a splendid match, sends it forward. It's headed away by Robertson. This is Deschamps. He's been another outstanding performer tonight in the midfield for Juventus. And the final whistle sounds. A comprehensive victory for Juventus. A real lesson in European football for Rangers. 2 goals from Ravanelli, 1 from Conte, 1 from Del Piero, and some consolation for Richard Goff. The final score here in Turin is Juventus 4, Rangers 1.
Yes, a tremendous Juventus performance Rangers just couldn't live with. Join us after the break for match analysis with Trevor and Alex. Welcome back. It finished in Turin, Juventus 4, Rangers 1. Trevor, who can live with this Italian side?
Yeah, it's turned out a very disappointing night for us, but Juventus, you know, give them credit.
They were magnificent.
They were a real quality team tonight. We gave them the 2 soft goals, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
But you know, they showed all the way through that they are quality.
Yeah, they tore them apart. In Alessandro Del Piero, I think I like one of the best players in the world right now.
Yep, 20 years of age, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he showed a tremendous skill. This one here, as we see here.
Cleland.
It's a fantastic skill. Probably perfected it on his own.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
As Cruyff, yeah, as Cruyff probably, you remember the Cruyff one in 1974 World Cup? That
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, people are going to remember that.
Yeah.
You know, it was that good. People will remember that. I mean, I was sitting here clapping that. I thought that was really excellent.
I think Cleland then clattered him as a result of that. He didn't fancy getting humiliated and then get sent off. But what about Ravanelli? What a player this guy is, and he put them 4-0 up, Trevor.
Yeah, well, he is the figurehead of the team. When Vialli's not there, Ravanelli seems to carry everybody on his back. And he was just there at the right place, but you know, that was slack defending. The 4th goal was a really slack bit of defending on our part, but they thought he deserved that, really.
Ravanelli's he's peeled away through the defender on the hope that he maybe gets a lucky break, and it has fallen to him kindly, but Rangers' defence perhaps maybe...
I think we expected that, yeah. Down to 10 men, and with the quality in their team, you know, he expected that 4th goal to come somewhere along the line.
He's a wonderful player. He typifies Juventus' spirit, doesn't he?
He does, you know. You look at the guy, and he does look into his mid-30s, you know, and he's still got all that in front of you.
He's an
24,
awesome character.
25, exactly.
Yeah.
And again, he showed that his quality of performance is just, you know, 100% every game, and he got his just rewards with the 2 goals.
We thought Brown did well when he came on, but Goff did well again for Rangers tonight, and he hauled them, well, not exactly back into it, but he got them a goal.
Yeah, Goff was probably Rangers' best player overall, although Brown showed a tremendous attitude when he came on. Salenko has a good run here, and he's actually going to take it again, but Goff tells him to leave it. A fortunate break off Ferrara, but if anybody deserved the goal, probably Richard Goff.
Richard's done exceptionally well, actually, to be up that far at this stage of the game, and a bit of luck there, but the ball's in the back of the net, and it did give us you know, a glimmer of something anyway from the night.
Juventus definitely went down a gear in the second half, but in saying that, they knew that they kept the patience. They knew that they would make chances, and they did get 1 or 2, even a couple near the end, right in 90 minutes.
They're a magnificent side, that is for sure. OK, well, let's see how tonight's events leave Group C. Now, Borussia Dortmund beat Steaua Bucharest 1-0 tonight in Germany, so that leaves the table looking like this. Juventus top on 9 points, followed by Dortmund on 4, Steaua Bucharest on 3, and Rangers bottom with just 1 point. So that's it on match day 3 of the UEFA Champions League. A superb Juventus side, 4, Rangers 1. Now, Bob Wilson will be back at 11:40 with highlights from the rest of the Champions League. A hugely disappointing night for Rangers and Scottish football, but from us here in the studio, bye for now.